Hi, everyone.
I'm Tracey.
And I'm Antoine. No, sorry, I'm Carol.
And we are my Droughtlander.
We're MDP until April.
What up? Well, April, allegedly.
Oh, please. It's always after Black Sales. It'll be
I
April.
totally think it's going to be April, too. I completely agree. It's got to be April, especially since they moved Game of Thrones. It's perfect. It's Sunday night, April start. It's all good.
Did I know that they moved Game of Thrones?
You might not have moved.
Till,
You might not have. I
till,
don't know. I knew.
till when?
Summer. And then it's only going to be 7 episodes this season, and then the last season is going to be like 6 episodes. So
Oh my God.
it's
Everything I love is ending.
yeah.
Everything.
But as we'll find out tonight, there's also new beginnings for Carol. But let's
Yeah. For Carol.
for Carol.
What
And
about?
for and
Are you
me.
still on episode 4?
I'm gonna start 5. So no. All right. Let's first get the drinks out of the way. What are you drinking?
Oh God, I don't know. It's called like Simi. Does that sound familiar?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
it does. Is it
hang on.
Chardonnay?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I've had that before. It's good. And a Chardonnay? So wait, when did you switch to Chardonnay?
I didn't. I bought this for you. For you. I bought this for you at Christmas time, and for whatever reason, we didn't open it. And it's been in the Poconos since then.
Oh my goodness.
And
Well,
so this weekend, I forgot to bring Pinot, and I was like, well, there's an unopened bottle of Shardy.
and it's cold. I'm actually not drinking Chardonnay, which is like really surprising because I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking something that has a little story to it. I'm drinking something called, and I'm going to butcher this because, as we all know, I butcher every foreign language ever. Tarantes.
Let me see it.
It's the cuma wine.
Hold it way up to the. Oh, God, that's so funny.
And the reason it's funny, as Carol thought, is that cuma is kind of short Italian for godmother. And I am the godmother to third sister Jill's oldest kid. And he's like the first nephew, niece of our family. So I have always been called Kuma.
Yes.
Your kids don't really call me that, but her kids do.
No, my husband will not allow that because he grew up up in Bloomfield, or as we like to say, Bloomfield.
Oh, so the comadres, that has a slightly different connotation there.
Yeah. Your kuma was your Saturday night girlfriend when your wife was home with the kids. So he's like, I'm not calling her kuma.
So for at least some of the nieces and nephews, I'm kuma. So that's why that was funny. And I bought a couple bottles. This is very good, though. It's very light and refreshing.
And what is it?
It's called.
No, what kind of wine is it?
That's the thing. It's like it's not. I think it's Argentinian. Yes, it's Argentinian, and it's Tarantes.
I keep thinking you're going to say Toronto. I need to go for like a really cool like wine tasting. You know what I want to do? I want to go and try different kinds of wine so that I know what the hell I'm talking about and I know what I'm drinking. I'm sick of drinking, going in and saying, do you Santa Margarita, Pinot Grigio? Like, come on, I love wine. And I really need to get back to red, too. I used to drink Shiraz all the time, but...
Well, red is a winter wine, I think.
Well, red is a winter wine, and that's the thing I love about white. In the summer, you can get away with when you're at a party, putting it in a little, instead of a wine glass, a little cup with some ice.
A little solo cup.
Nobody knows what the heck you're drinking, and you don't get loaded.
Wine in a solo cup is just like...
I don't drink wine in a solo cup, like a little pretty plastic cup.
But sometimes you're at a party. I was at a party the other day. Oh, at the Penn State party, and they had the red solo cups, and I didn't like the beer. I'm not a big like Coors Light, Miller drinker. I'd rather just have water. But they had wine, but they only had the solo cup. So there you go.
Red solo cup.
But you should. We should go to a winery. I love going to wineries. It's the best.
Not only would I love to, I hear that there's one in New Egypt that has like a Wednesday night girls' night where you stay over
at the winery.
Yeah.
Shut up! I would totally do that. Oh my god! I'm smelling my. I'm smelling my Outlander Purgatory meetup at the winery.
Oh my God, we
Smelling
really
the
have
vibe.
to. And P.S. people, November 1, that's 7 years of my Outlander Purgatory.
Wow. I did not even
7 years.
realize. I did not even realize. I'm going back to slow golf clap, by the way. I don't care what people say because I've seen people do it to like pay homage to something. So
I always think you mean like,
no, slow golf clap is
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, well, there's no such thing anymore. All you hear is in the hole.
Woo, woo, woo.
Tom is so sick of golf when they're all yelling and screaming and like some dude just yells out like pizza or something. Like it's so stupid. All right, we have a lot to get to.
We do have a lot to get to. So it's been a while. I think it has been since July.
It's been since the Emmys.
It's been since before the Emmys, because we did our Emmy rundown, or Emmy nomination rundown. The Emmys, by the way, whatevs.
I didn't even watch number one, although, where's Tom? We were watching TV and Tom like changed the channels or something. And just as he went, Kyle Chandler on the whole screen, I was like,
I shouldn't poo-poo it because it did have some interesting winners, most of which I can't really remember. I think Rami Malek won for Mr. Robot. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I heard it wasn't very good. And some interesting winners like that. But anywho, it's been a long time for us. And in the meantime, we figured we needed to touch base with everyone because we have had quite the number of casting announcements for season 3. And most of them are conveniently listed in this lovely issue of Entertainment Weekly.
That I'm now going to have to like order from them because I forgot to get it.
And by the by, I'll just have you know that the author of this lovely article, Lynette Rice, liked my Outlander Purgatory's tweet about said issue the best of anybody. And she follows us, and we're besties now.
That was pretty funny.
I don't even remember what it was, but it was pretty good. So anyway, this lists conveniently most of our new cast members. So shall we do like just a little general rundown of them? Our first cast member is, and we'll just sort of do our general impressions. I will say, I'll give you a blanket statement, which is that Outlander casting,
I don't know squat.
God damn it.
Say that again.
What?
Say that again.
I said, I'll give a general blanket statement that Outlander casting, God damn it, you guys are good at your jobs. I'm telling you right now.
Jillian.
So are we, what?
Who's the casting company? Jillian.
I don't know. Oh.
I used to follow them on Facebook, but I would.
No. I know who you mean. I don't know that that's like the real casting person. I have no idea. I should know these things and I don't. But whoever you are, if you're watching, first of all, hi. And second of all, we love you and you guys are great.
Yes, I'm sure they have nothing better to do on a Thursday night. And I think they're like in Ireland. Gillian Reynolds casting out of Dublin is who I thought was doing the casting.
They might have done some early casting. I don't know if they're doing the whole thing. But anyway, let's get down to it. So the first person on this list, I'm not going in order of like the announcements, I don't think, but the first person on this list is adult Fergus. One Cesar Domboy. And this is a combination of bad pronunciation and that I can't really see this print because I don't have my glasses on.
If we're saying that right.
Thoughts? I will tell you this.
Adorbs?
I think he's totally adorable. I think he was the one of anybody that I was like, But it was one of those deals where the photo that was being shown was like some headshot of like some other thing he's done, whatever. But I saw a picture of him with young Fergus, and his hair's grown out. On board.
Wait, the picture of him with, yes, I saw that too.
Yes.
I just saw that yesterday. It was really cute.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
First of all, I'm sorry. I'm texting Shannon back, our my Outlander Purgatory buddy from 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
who is awesome, and she always is with us at Outlander events usually.
If you watch
Okay.
early videos, Shannon
She's-
makes many appearances.
Yes, Shannon has been in many videos with us. Not many, but a couple.
Okay.
Okay, so
all
I
Fergus,
thought
folks.
I agreed with everything you just said. And do you remember when I was like doing a little primping, getting ready, and you were like wanting to Snapchat me, and I was like, no.
And you were cutting my head off? Yes, I remember that.
Not fair. Totally not fair.
Yeah.
Totes not fair. And I said to you, like, don't, you were like, yeah, but you're going to be on a video, like, because I didn't like the way I looked. And you were like, well, you're going to be on a video. So what's the difference? Huge difference. And seems to me to be that. I always, the minute they get cast, I always check. I always look at YouTube to watch videos of them, no matter. I try to see them in something, but if I can, if there's not a lot, then I watch like an interview with them or something. But he seems to be kind of like that. Like, you're not getting as much from a still photograph as you are from video with this guy. So
I see. Well, for what it's worth, I was going to video you. I was going to do a snap video anyway, but whatever.
When you say snap, I think photos.
No,
still photo.
you can snap videos. You can snap photos or videos.
Now who's biting whose head off?
Okay. Anywho,
I forgot to mention that I have to make this last. So it's empty already. So I'm going to be like nursing this, caressing. All right, go ahead.
I brought the whole bottle upstairs, but I should probably try not to drink the whole thing.
We need to really move on to Marsali.
Well, wait. I'm going to go in the order here. We've got 5 people. We've got 5 people to talk about. So, Adolph Fergus, love it. But I do wonder. I'm going to try to go spoiler for. Do we want to do blanket spoiler alerts here in this video?
Just in the beginning of the video, say, be warned. Because come on, we can't do a casting video with all these people and not go there.
I'm going to try, and all I'm going to say is, I would think that young Fergus will be in at least some of an early episode of season 3.
Well, they're together, so there's a reason they're together. They're, you know what I mean, shooting something.
Yes, agreed. Okay, next up, Lord John Grey, David Barry.
Remember Pepe Le Pew?
Uh-huh.
That's what I feel like. Remember the girl that was like, he's so cute. He's sick really cute. He's really wrong cute.
I will say this. It's been so long since he's been cast that I'm kind of forgetting what I thought.
Oh,
but
he's very chiseled.
Yeah. I should be looking these people up on Twitter is what I should be doing. Because I think for the most part, they are all up on Twitter. Let's see.
Do this.
Do what?
You have a little piece of hair. Turn your head. You can see it. There it is, right there where your hand is.
No, I can't because I'm not looking at myself. I can't look at myself when I do this.
I just don't want you to go, why didn't you tell me that piece of hair was sticking out?
If I had myself up on this thing when we're videoing, I'd be like this. Yeah, and what else about Lord John?
I'm 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Because sometimes I don't have it up, and I'm like, dear God, I should have had a picture so I could have seen whatever was happening. Spinach?
Yeah, it's David Barry. Why isn't he coming up on here? And because I follow him too, so it should be like the first. That's really weird. All right, whatever. Yeah, I thought he was really great.
Careful of your. I'm hearing a lot of. I think it's pushing up against your scarf.
Oops.
Yeah, it's making a lot of noise.
Okay. How's this?
It's weird. I don't know what it's you got to have it stop pushing up against your scarf.
Well, I can't help it. This is how I'm looking here.
It is a lovely scarf, everyone, isn't it?
Thanks.
Okay. This is getting
Carol, this is why we need a tricked out studio here. This is just stupid. These are stupid. I hate these. I want a tricked out, cool microphone. You guys, do you know what I ordered on Amazon today? Do you know? Podcasting for Dummies.
That's pretty funny.
And one chapter is all about the equipment that you need. And I'm totally buying it.
I told Ian that I want to set up a little portion of the basement as the studio because he makes his little YouTube videos too. So we're going to be able to interchange behind us and mine will be an Outlander backdrop, and his will be like a Minecraft backdrop.
Yes.
And I want one of those microphones with the big, huge honking thing.
Yes.
Not that at this. How funny would that be? Because I'm in my bad acoustic kitchen, and I'm wearing these, so it'll be like night and day.
I hate these. No, I want a tricked out studio. I know I have a room upstairs that I don't do anything with that I can totally make into a studio.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? I don't even remember.
Marsali.
No. You interrupted me. Why is that's really weird? Okay. All right. So Lord John Grey, yes, we approve of him. Next up is Joe Abernathy.
Oh, he's adorable.
By Will Johnson.
Perfection.
Yes. Mic drop.
Yes. Like what I saw in my head. I love when they do that. Yes. Yeah.
I always saw, and it's not Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
It's not Samuel L. Jackson, although
and I will, Claire,
strike you down, Claire.
I will rain down.
And I will strike you down, Frank Randall.
Out. What's the Pulp Fiction line?
I will strike you down with great something.
He knows he's not in the mood.
I don't know, whatever.
Tom usually does the entire.
Danny Glover. That's who it is. It's Danny Glover that I was always like, that's my Joe Abernathy. That's him right there. And this guy, Will Johnson. Is that his name, Will Johnson? Yeah, Will Johnson, 1L. Totally.
See, now I have to check my Outlander Purgatory and see who I said 7 years ago that I was. When did I start it? I started in November 1st, and I was reading Dragonfly, I think. So
yeah, you wouldn't have known Joe Abernathy yet.
But it wouldn't have been like, it would have been like 6+ years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, keep going. I'll find it and say.
So yeah, I think he's great. He's exactly, of all of them, he might be the closest to, in my mind, what it was. Next we have young lad himself, Ian Murray, played by John Bell. And all I have to say is, ring-a-ding-ding.
My God. This is so
bad. Perfect. He has that, like, he doesn't look like this guy, but he has that, like, Eddie Redmayne kind of, like, bone structure-y kind of thing going on. Like, and I hate to say this because it sounds like he just is exactly as Diana Gabaldon describes young Ian to be.
Right. Which is why it's such great casting, because they really paid attention to her descriptions.
Right. Now, I thought he was great. He was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful casting addition. What you looking for?
Joe Abernathy.
Give it up. We're already gone. We've already moved on.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So are you ready for number 5, the last one?
Yes. Marsali.
Marsali, Lauren Lyle, who has liked stuff of ours on Facebook. I mean, on Twitter. I'll just have you know. Actually, as has John Bell. Wait, because I always save them when I get.
It's so cute when they first get cast and they're like, you know, not completely bombarded yet. So like, you know, you get more. I mean, Sam tweeted me back at one point when he was first cast, and now it's like, I swear, I think these women sit up nights waiting for him to tweet.
Hi. Of course I saved them.
Now whose attention is elsewhere while I'm talking about something that like...
Lauren Lyle is like, she has to be Nell Hudson's sister in real life. She has to be. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're like so completely similar. And everybody's saying that.
There's a shot of the two of them together, I guess at the Outlander office or whatever. They're identical. They could be playing like, you know, the Patty Duke show with the Patty Duke cousins. They're identical cousins.
Yes.
And you'll find. You know.
Agreed.
What the hell was that?
That was a child of mine pushing the chair back. I have to say this, though. I have to go back for a second to wee Ian and make the comment that he's absolutely adorable. They did not follow the homely version. Remember, she used to use the word homely.
Well, see, here's the thing.
This kid is like gorgeous. He's adorable.
He is adorable, but I think that he could be made to look homely. Like I looked at him, I looked at his picture, and I was like, I could see that. I could see that happening. I could see him sort of like, again, he has that like bone structure in his face where maybe he hasn't quite like grown into his looks yet.
Right.
And I think that that's going to really work for him.
Who's the guy who played Dustin Moskovitz on
Dustin Moskowitz? That's married to that's married to like someone we know.
Okay.
Dustin Moskowitz we know? Whose wedding you went to?
Moskovitz. Believe it or not, he's very similar to our friend Dustin Moskowitz. But it's Dustin Moskovitz from Social Network. He was one of the guys. Joe.
Is that like a character's name, or I totally don't remember?
He was in, I want to say, Pacific. The Pacific.
Didn't watch it, and I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know why you're talking about them.
Because he's my Ian. He's not my wee Ian. He's my Ian. So when you were saying about how he's not like him, I was going to say, what you were just describing, wee Ian, he's this, he's not that. I was going to bring him up and say that was my wee Ian, and I can't remember his last name, which is so sad. I feel bad.
Dustin Diamond?
All right, so let's move on.
Well, that's it. I think, am I missing anybody? Those are the big casting announcements.
Mm-hmm.
And really, there hasn't been too much going on. They're back on set. They've started filming season 3. There's a couple episodes, I think, filmed already. Lots of people tweeting up a storm. Clearly, Dougal, Graham McTavish, will not be back. He is in the show Preacher now. Clearly, Stephen Walters will not be back. And I'm very sad about both of them because they're like really awesome. I am still, I don't know. I had said from the start that I thought that Murtaugh would not get killed off.
I think your thought process, were you the one who said about merging Murtaugh and Duncan?
Yes.
I think that is so faboo. I don't know what to do with myself. Now, we will probably have 17 emails saying they can't merge them because at this point, when he did this, I would love that.
I think they could totally do it. I mean,
Yes.
This isn't really a spoiler too much. There's another character that's going to be in season 3. His name is Duncan. I was going to say Duncan LaCroix. No, that's...
I almost said that too.
I don't really know that I remember the character's last name. Duncan Innes.
I was going to say, when I do a search on the blog, there's 9 pages of Duncan search.
Right. It's Duncan Innes. I'm not gonna go into like how he sort of appears, but suffice to say that he kind of takes Murtaugh's place as Jamie's right-hand man.
Right.
So like, why introduce a new character to take Jamie's place to take Murtaugh's place as the right-hand man? Why not just like let Murtaugh keep being it?
Right.
That's what I would say. But I don't know. Duncan LaCroix seems to have like cut all his hair off and doesn't seem to be on set. So who knows?
So that's just going to be it?
We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I don't know because we don't know what's going to happen. So there you go.
I can't even think about it.
So other than that, I haven't really, like, a lot of people follow all like the tweets and whatnot, and I do a little bit. Like, I'll go to Outlander Stars and see what's what, or I'll go over to Sam's Twitter or Stephen Walters because he's like hilarious on Twitter. I like to go over and check up on what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes Katrina. But for the most part, like in this downtime, I haven't been paying too much attention to what's going on.
I pay zero attention. Zero.
And I'm really glad that in these various casting announcements, I just haven't been that busy at work. I can be on them, like tweeting stuff about them and whatnot. Because
I was gonna say, like, you guys, it's like 6 months from now, I'll be. Tracey and I have the exact opposite schedules, like daily and yearly, annually. Like the two of us in 6 months from now, I will be like, having more time, and Tracey will be like, I don't have time for that. And I'll be like, let's try this and let's try this. What do you think we should try this? But right now, like, I don't have time for that. And Tracey's like got more time at work. So she's like, let's try getting this software. Let's try doing this. And I'm like, I don't know. So like, I haven't looked up one of them. This Droughtlander is necessary for me. Honest to God, not that I'm bummed that the show's not on, but I don't look up the actors. I don't know.
No,
Tracey, it's not what I do. I do not do that.
I don't do too much of it. I do once in a while because I figure I'll just sort of keep tabs on what's going on, and I also like to see like what our fellow Outlander fans and stuff are doing too. So I'll like wander around and go like look at Outlander cast or Outlander podcast or
right.
Scott and Sassenach or whatever, and see what they're up to.
Yes.
No,
I see them more when their names are mentioned, and I go, "Oh, there's so and so. Oh, there's so and so." But I really the past like 2 months has just been crazy, so I haven't. But I will be doing that at some point.
Well, I mean, this is the first night that I was really like, I was getting ready to leave work, and I was like, "Wow, I don't have anything going on tonight. Wow, maybe Carol and I should do a video. What are the chances that she doesn't have anything going on?" And here you go.
And here you go.
But let's talk about, so there's not too much to report Outlander-wise. We approve of all of the casting. Let's talk about some of the ways that we've been amusing ourselves during Droughtlander.
Tracey, you go first.
Well, let me see. I should have made a better list.
There's snakes in the garden.
Well, okay. Let's talk that through because we were like hinting at that even when we were wrapping up our recaps. So Carol and I decided that if I would start watching Turn, she would start watching Gilmore Girls. So I started watching Turn. I believe I'm on episode 5 of the first season.
Where she's been for about 6 weeks.
Well, I will say this, and this is very bratty of me, but Carol was making no move whatsoever to watch Gilmore Girls, and I was like,
busy season,
if she's not going to do it, I'm just going to like put this on hold because there are many other TV shows to watch. So I did watch up to and including episode 4. I like it. I mean, it's good. I still think everybody looks alike. I know who Jamie Bell is. I sort of kind of know who, like, the other head, like his friend who's like the spy is. I know who his wife is. I know who the little, I don't know if she's a widow or not, but.
Are you talking about Ben Talmadge?
Yeah, that guy.
His friend who's like the spy.
That guy, yeah.
Started the culper ring. But
I know who the dad is. I know who Jamie Bell's dad is. There's two guys, okay? Each side, let me just tell you, each side has a dude who's like kind of portly, kind of scruffy, and mean, okay? They've never been in the same room before. They're the same guy. I'm telling you right now. Same guy.
When you say each side, so who are you talking about on the British side?
Some mountain man dude that they hired to go beat up on the Americans. And then the Americans have some...
This does not sound like a 1280 SAT score.
Then the Americans have... He's not really a mountain man. He's like one of their friends that they grew up with. But
Caleb, are you talking about Caleb?
Yeah,
with the beard and the hat.
That's it. But he's all kind of burly and like scruffy and stuff too. They're the same guy, Carol. Come on, admit that they're the same guy, right?
Who's Caleb the same as?
The British. He's not. The guy isn't British, but he works for the British.
All right, let me tell you something. All right, now that he's not British, but are you talking about Angus McFadden?
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
Robert the Bruce from Braveheart? Oh wait, you haven't seen Braveheart, have you? Who was also in Sugar, P.S. Who's Tony friendly with. Okay. I'm just
Also,
gonna
wait,
say
one more thing. All the redcoats look alike. Can't tell. Maybe I can tell. Like the kind of the one that works in like the supply, the main supply guy maybe, or like the main head guy who's all kind of snooty and prissy. Like that one I can tell. All the rest of them.
okay. First of all, Tracey, talk to the camera for a second. I have to plug in.
I don't know. Am I right, you guys? I just, it's a good show. And Jamie Bell, always like him. I'm trying to think. It's because it's been a while since I watched episode 4. Maybe I'll watch episode 5 tonight. Yeah. What happened to that woman's husband? Didn't they took the woman's husband away?
Sorry.
And I don't think he ever came back. Oh, and I totally also know the hostage, the redcoat hostage that they've been dragging around everywhere. And he's like really snooty too, but he's kind of funny because he'll like make fun of them and they're just like too, they don't get his insults.
Okay. Samuel, I don't know if I'm saying this right. Raukin, it looks like he not only liked my tweet, but retweeted it, baby.
I don't know which one that is.
That was like the greatest day of my life. He's Simcoe.
Yeah. He's the snooty British guy.
Okay.
That's the prisoner.
Get used to him because he is the biggest antagonist. He is the greatest character. He's so much fun. He will keep you going. Let me tell you this right now. And you guys, anybody, I've had a lot of people who weekly I get an email that says, oh my God, I watched Turn. And a lot of women will say, I watched with my husband and, we never would have watched this show. I'm so glad you told us. Here's the deal. Season 1 is not super fast. They take practically the entire season to set it all up. So even though right now you're at episode 4 and you're like, they all look alike, blah, 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 blah.
I'm finished 4. I'm up to 5.
Whip out like your wiki or something and see all the characters. Go to AMC and stick with it because there were times in season 1 where I would say like, come on, you guys, why aren't they blah, blah, blah. And then I would say, oh, they're not getting all filled with drama and fun because it's history and they're trying to be true to history. But at some point after season 1, when they were in their Droughtlander, turn drought, whatever you want to call it, somebody went, yeah, you know what? We need some more drama on this show because they came back in season 2 and the stuff that goes down, you're like, this show, this is why I'm saying, I don't want to say you have to get through season 1 because season 1's awesome. It's just that season 1 isn't as sexy. And season 2, they realized and they tweaked it. And now season 2, there's so much.
So wait, Jamie Bell and that widow lady get it on? Is that how it gets sexy?
I'm not giving one spoiler. All I will say is this.
The poor wife, she puts up with so much shit.
All I will say is this. You're in season 1, which means you haven't even gotten to Peggy Shippen yet. Yes, Tracey having grown up in Pennsylvania, that would be Shippen as in Shippensburg, PA. Okay. Peggy Shippen, I don't know how much of history you remember. You probably remember it from the Brady Bunch, so I'm not really going to say anything. But let me just tell you, season 2 and season 3 are so fantastic. Season 1 is super, super good, especially for history fans. But it gets much more sexy, and I don't mean like, love scenes. Yeah. Although, give me more of that. Ben Talmadge, John Andre. Have you John Andre? I mean, he's been in it since episode 1, hasn't he?
If we're discovered on American soil, it can mean both our necks.
P.S. That's where we're going next week. We're doing our own self-guided John Andre tour, but that's another story.
Okay.
So anyway, you guys, seriously, I don't see how anybody being an Outlander fan wouldn't be a Turn fan. It's like, oh, it's so amazing.
So yeah, so I just told them while you had stepped away, I might even watch episode 5 tonight.
And Tracey only has three. There's only 3 seasons so far, and they're ending after the fourth. They're
Right.
really staying true to history, and they're like, we only want to tell this. We don't want to tell, like they're not going on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ending after season 4.
So anyway, so I like it, and I will keep watching it. But the agreement was that I would watch Turn, and Carol would watch Gilmore Girls.
So here's what
Any
happened.
update?
Carol didn't watch Gilmore Girls for a long time, to the point where I was like, Tracey, you might want to stop watching Turn if you're not loving it, because I always said I would watch one, and I was like, I would never do that. I would never have you watching 4 of something, and then I don't even watch one. So I was like, all right, yeah, just stop watching for now until I can watch one. So I finally watched one, and I got maybe halfway through one, and I was like, this is cute, and Tom would like this too. So I told Tom, I was like, you need to watch this too, because I think this is something we can binge together. So I'm happy and proud to say we are now starting episode 8 of season 1. And Tom, when I told him we were going to video tonight, he was like, you better hurry up, because I need to see what Lorelai's up to. I need to see what happened with Lorelai. When we last left Lorelai, it's really cute. And let me tell you something, and I don't want to talk about it, but in this crazy circus of an election season we have going on here in the United States of America, it is the greatest thing to be able to turn to the Gilmore Girls, because it's like a slice of
Just when life was simpler and we all had pagers.
I said to Tom, it's like a Norman Rockwell painting, like, came to life. It's just so cute. And it's from they started this thing in 2000. So it's so sweet to a simpler time. There's one little town. Oh my God. It's so nice to be able to turn off the TV with any of you guys watching from other countries. You have no idea how bad it is for us right now. You have no idea. And there's still 26, 27 days of it.
No, I don't think there's that much. I think it's about 3 weeks.
I think it's 27.
I just want them to cancel everything. Can we just vote now?
I know. Let's just vote. Get it over with. It's awful, you guys. And you know what? Here's what I want to know. I'm not talking candidates. I want to know who's still undecided at this point with these 2 very different candidates. Who's still undecided?
Yeah.
I know you're not saying you. So, I mean, let's just vote and let's move on. It's ripping this country apart. And somebody posted something on Facebook yesterday that was awesome. That was like, look, don't forget, you don't know these people. You're never going to meet these people, have dinner with these people, but you do have dinner with your neighbors, and you do see people from your town at the grocery store. So be nice and quit the animosity and the hatred, and just let us vote and get it over with. It's awful. So anyway, during this hateful election season, we all need a little Gilmore Girls.
There you go. Was
that a soundbite or what?
I agree with you. I think that, and particularly these first couple of seasons of the Gilmore Girls, I just thought they were just so much fun. And I thought that, in some ways it's very dated, but mostly not. Like, I really had to think about, like I wondered sometimes when I first started watching it, like, when was this filmed again? Because the what makes what gives you the sense of time, it's not dated, but the references are references from that time period. So if they're talking like pop culture wise, so it's not like, Zach Morris carrying around a flip phone, like a big honking phone. Like that's not what it doesn't feel dated like that.
Right.
But they'll it's just relationships, and the relationships never change. The relationship between a mother and a daughter is the same then as it was now. Then, but maybe the mother and daughter will be talking about, I don't even know the Bangles instead of whoever, that's the only difference. And it's very sweet. I'm not a big fan of like precious TV. Like, I thought that if you ever watched Northern Exposure many years ago,
No.
I really loved it for the first couple of seasons, but it crossed the line into just like too precious. And so I gave it
What
up.
do you mean too precious? Here we go. We need some type of like thing flashing on the screen where you say something that I'm like, what is that? Is that some type of industry term?
No, it's like just too quirky. Like so quirky that it becomes unbelievable.
Then why is it precious?
That's just what I would call it, precious.
So the mother in Gilmore Girls, what's her name?
Kelly Bishop.
Yeah, thank God they gave her a lot more lines than she had in Dirty Dancing.
I know, right?
All she had was, sit down, Jay.
I know.
And she's like half the show.
She's so great. She's so great. Well, anyway, let me finish what I was saying. So Gilmore Girls a lot of times walks up to the line of precious, but never goes over it. Like, even with characters, you have characters like Babette and you have characters like Miss Patty. Like, these characters that are really quirky and in other shows would just make you like, but they're never like that in Gilmore Girls. They're believable. They're believable. So the first couple of seasons, for me, and without any spoilers, the first couple of seasons are just a lot of fun, meeting all these characters, whatever. It doesn't start, but then like around season 4 for me, it started to get
spoilers
more real.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Okay. I know. I don't like to know.
We'll see what you think.
I've already Googled and seen what appears to be a major spoiler.
Oh my God. I did, okay. When I read the Outlander series, I came across a spoiler that I had to go to my Outlander mentor and be like, Outlander mentor, turn around, because I'm going to say something to you and I don't want your face.
I do that all the time. Poker face.
I don't want to see your face. But yes. I read this, and I just have to say it because I have to say the words out loud. And I said them, and she just like stayed there, and then she was able to turn around. And I had to do the same thing because she was one of my mentors for Gilmore Girls as well. And I had to do the same thing with the spoiler that I read that like, it was awful because I was just like, okay, I know this is going to happen. And all I could think of was like, how's it going to happen? So yeah. But so anyway, so all right, now we need to talk. So tell me about what you think about the characters and stuff.
I think that
you're bearing the lead of why you're watching it.
Rory's adorbs, love her to death, and thankfully she stops just short of being a little too Kristen Stewart-esque.
That's a good comparison.
I couldn't watch it if she was any more Kristen Stewart. Sometimes I feel like Kristen Stewart watched the Gilmore Girls to learn how to act.
Oh my God, that's good.
And then Kristen Stewart is like trying really hard to be Rory, but it's not happening because Rory doesn't do this. Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be picking on poor Kristen Stewart, who's like, doing her thing now. And good for her. She's gotten away from the Twilight craze. Good for her. She's doing her thing.
She always gets a thumbs up from Tom and Lorenzo. So it's all good.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. She's got the whole fashion thing down, which doesn't seem, you wouldn't expect somebody like Kristen Stewart with her personality to be into that stuff.
I know.
And I've read before that, like, as soon as the awards show's over, she can't take the shoes off fast enough. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But she really does carry it well. Love, and I forget her name all the time.
Laura Graham.
She's so funny.
She's so phenomenal.
Okay. I have to laugh because back in the day, it was a while ago, years ago, Annie told me that she said, I can't believe you don't watch this show. It's so you. And I didn't know what she was talking about. But now I get it because sometimes Lorelai will say something that I just crack up because I'm like, I would say it. Not only would I say those stupid words, but I'd say it exactly like that. So I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to watch this? Episode 1, though, they had me at Jared Padalecki.
There we go.
And I'm like really grossed out because what is he in this show? Like, he's supposed to be like 16.
He's like a sophomore in high school right now.
Yeah, creepy. But I was a big Supernatural fan for years, so I I didn't know he was on this show. So he appeared and I was like, I mean, think of this. You're talking about 16 years ago.
I
mean,
know. I
Jared
think this was
had
his first job out of, in acting.
Yes, he's now like married with one or more kids. So, you know what I mean? Like it's so weird. We watched Supernatural for years and they were older. So now I look at, but he kind of look, anyway, it's cute. I love the friend. What's her name?
Suki?
No, that's
Suki?
every time someone says, but if they say Suki, I go, Suki. I am the sheriff of Area 5. Her friend, Rory's friend.
Oh, Lane?
Love her. And I said to Tom last night, I was like, this girl's like gorgeous underneath the pigtails and the glasses and I love her mother too. And I'm a big antiquer. So I love every time they go to her store and she's all, I'm back here. And then they're like, make a right. Are you past the tufted chair? Like, it's so funny. So it's really cute. I am a big fan of Luke. Now, you and I haven't discussed this yet, so you're not going to be too happy. But okay. I don't like Max at all.
Really?
I am a Luke fan, even though he's a little gruff. And oh my gosh, so last night we're watching. You really can't spoil Gilmore Girls because it's like every episode, stuff is so cute. And last night was the episode where they had the Revolutionary War reenactors. The story was that 12 soldiers stood out there in the snow all night long and did nothing. So Luke's like, you're sitting here doing nothing. And brought them coffee and stuff. So he gets a little gruff. I don't like that. I don't like that he doesn't play and work and play well with others in town sometimes. But he's adorable, and he's got so much emotion and feeling going on in there. And I know they're getting to it at some point. I know they're just holding him off. He's like watching Dave Boreanaz and Bones in the earlier, you know what I mean? Like when they would just be like, yeah, okay. You can tell Lorelai digs him. I don't know why she's not cluing into it, but I like him a lot, and I don't like Max. Max tells her what to do. Their first, it wasn't really a date, but they went for coffee, and he like had his hand on her arm, and then like he'll tell her, no, you're going to do this. And I'm just like, I don't like him. I hate it.
At that point when I was first starting, where you are now, I loved Max Medina. Loved him so. I just thought he was like nebbishy hot. Like loved him so much. But I got to tell you,
what?
That I
he was
think, what? Nebbishy hot. What?
Nebbishy? What did you just say?
I said nebbishy hot. He's nebbishy hot.
Anyone?
Max Medina.
What's nebbishy?
Like nerdy.
Never heard that term before.
Really?
Oh my God.
Nebbish. Nebbissh.
All right. Now I've heard nebbish before, but I'm thinking you're saying nebbishy, like it's some. Anyway.
Yeah. Like nebbish is a noun, and nebbishy, which I may or may not have just made up, is an adjective.
I think that his personality makes him unattractive to me.
I think that Lauren Graham does it. I think Lauren Graham is a goddess of acting.
She's fast and funny. Her timing is impeccable.
Well, that's a hallmark of this show, that like the creator like wrote all the scripts. Like the creators, it's a husband and wife team, and they wrote most of the scripts. And that's their thing, that you have to, because I've listened to some interviews with some of the actors, and they all had to be book perfect. Like there was no improv there. That every and every,
really?
Well, is all right in the script, and you have to be word perfect.
Okay.
And you have to learn how to talk at that pace.
Right.
You and I would be awesome. They could just throw us right in because we talk like that anyway.
But she's fast.
But Lauren Graham is so good that she makes every guy that she plays opposite hot. Because, like, I've seen that Max Medina on other shows. I don't know the actor's name. And, he's whatever. like
Yes.
whatever. But as Max Medina playing opposite her, with the two of them, like, I'm sorry, I thought he was hot. Um,
And Melissa McCarthy's cute, you know, she's just filler.
yeah, she's cute.
And then what's with Michelle? Is that his name? Michelle?
Oh,
He's
Michelle.
from France.
Yeah, Michelle. Michelle's just another one of those, like, he would have the potential to, like, be too precious or too, like, quirky, whatever, but he's not. He's believable.
He's what I don't understand is why he gets away with being so rude in an atmosphere like that.
French.
I mean, he's French. He's you guys, once again, I apologize for Tracey's commentary on the French, because put me on a plane and get me some brie and I'm happy.
I was pricing trips to France today. I want you to know that going to Paris in the spring, in like late March, pretty cheap.
That would be, I'll look into that. I have to actually go soon because Lorelai is calling.
All right. Well, let's just do a quick rundown on other things we've been watching during Droughtlander.
Bloodline.
I haven't watched season 2 yet, but I'm getting on it. Because we just finished.
Aren't you the reason I start? Oh no, you I didn't know you were watching it when we started watching it.
No, you knew. I told you to watch it. I thought it was good.
No, Teresa told me to watch it.
We just finished, like, last night or the night before, The Americans. 3 seasons. The 4th season isn't on Amazon Prime yet.
Okay.
I would recommend The Americans. The day-to-day details of, like, because, you know, they're Russian spies that are married, that are posing as, like,
I've seen whatever.
And the day-to-day details of, like, the spy work and stuff, and, like, you know, who they're meeting here and what spying they need to do over there is, like, confusing as hell. But the heart of the show is their relationship and the relationship with their kids, and the fact that they live across the street from an FBI agent who they're kind of friends with. And all of these dynamics are really interesting. And the rest of it kind of doesn't matter. It's one of these shows that, like, I would fall asleep through half of it, but I still liked it.
Okay, gotcha.
I tried watching one episode of Westworld last week, the premiere. No, done.
You know my biggest problem with Westworld is I don't like the West. Like, I think it's the neatest concept. It's like Fantasy Island with robots.
It's like Groundhog Day meets Jurassic Park meets Blade Runner.
Yeah, it's weird. And the bottom line is I just don't like the West. That's like one of the time periods and the locations that I've just never been that into. So it's not appealing to me. If I was able to do Westworld, only it was like American Revolution world, I'd be all over it.
I also never heard of Westworld before we watched it. John is probably watching it right now while we're making this video, episode 2. I'm done. I'm one and done.
Was it a movie?
It was a movie like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, something like that.
Loved it. Said it was fantastic.
Now, this is just robots, and every day it starts up again, and they get beat up again, and I was like, no.
They draw their gun, and they get their spurs, and there's a lot of dust. No.
And you know what? Ed Harris is on this show, so you know it has to be like, yeah. Ed Harris is on the show. You know it has to be like, no.
Wait.
Life is too short to watch Westworld for me.
Are you saying no because of Ed Harris? Or
I'm saying Ed Harris is on, and I'm still saying no.
Yeah, you'd almost watch anything. So I'm the same way with Ed Harris. Yeah. Oh, Ed Harris, I'll watch it. But yeah, no, can't do it.
No, it's not good.
This is where our tastes coincide.
Yeah, I still have to watch. I'm ashamed to say that I have not watched what the hell's her? How am I not thinking of this? The Amanda Knox documentary.
Oh my God. Every time I turn on Gilmore Girls, I'm like, that damn Tracey, because I would have watched the Amanda Knox show already. I would have been through the whole thing. But instead, I keep watching Gilmore Girls and saying, I have to watch Amanda Knox. Her eyes, how'd they get her to do that? Have you seen the thing? She's like, I'm like,
I can't believe I haven't watched it yet, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of shows I want to watch. You know, I want to watch that the OJ both the documentary on ESPN and the People versus OJ. I got to watch that too.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. The fact that won Emmys makes me sick to my stomach. Does Simpson get any money from that?
I hope not. I don't think so. Have you been watching This Is Us?
No, but you're like the third or fourth person that's told me it's good.
Wonderful show. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. Got to watch it. Got to watch it.
Okay. Bloodline,
I will watch. Designated Survivor, I've watched a couple episodes. I'm a little behind on it. Survivor, that's one we're both doing for Droughtlander.
We're watching Survivor, yes.
We're watching Survivor, and in fact, in 2 weeks from yesterday, third sister Jill and I, who just texted me,
oops. I hope mom's not mad.
Good. All right. I have to call her too. Yeah, we have to wrap this up. Sorry about that. Third sister Jill and I are going into New York City to see if any of you guys are fans of Rob Has a Podcast. I am a big fan of that, and they do Survivor Know-It-Alls every week. Jill and I are going to see live Survivor Know-It-Alls at Caroline's Comedy Club on Wednesday the 26th, and I'm so excited I can't even stand it. The only thing I'm more excited for, besides the return of Outlander, of course, is the Gilmore Girls revival on Netflix, which I'm just like seriously, I'm living for that right now.
I have to get through 7 seasons in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's 5 weeks. Maybe
5 weeks.
Maybe 6
to get through 6 to 7 seasons of 6 seasons. Oh my God!
7 seasons.
6 weeks to get through. I'm almost done. I told you we're starting episode 8. How many episodes are in each season?
22.
Each season has 22 episodes. That's not a season.
It's like remember, Carol, this is 2000. This is 2000. This is when there was no Netflix. There was barely HBO. And
I'm never going to be done.
Well, that's why it'll stay on Netflix. So just don't go on the internet.
But 22, that's like almost 3 seasons.
I hate to say this, but that binge took me 6 months. Now, the last couple of seasons, I was binging 3 and 4 at a time.
Well, they're a little easier because they're like 40 minutes because you fast forward through the commercials.
But I thought the first couple of seasons, like you said, they're just really fun, and you watch one and then you go to sleep or whatever. But then it starts to get more compelling, I would say, in later seasons.
Okay.
All right. Well, we should wrap this up.
Wait. Bloodline.
I know I haven't watched it yet, but we're gonna. That might be the next thing that we watch.
Can't we just at least mention Norbert Leo Butz?
He's great. They're all great. Kyle Chandler is great. Linda Cardinelli. Love her.
That's the best word you can come up with.
What? Great?
Great? Oh, you got to do better than that.
Kyle Chandler. No, we always say, give him all the Emmys he wants. Give him all the Emmys he wants.
It goes beyond.
I have to say, after watching The Americans, I was glad to see the 2, Carrie Russell and Matthew Rhys, nominated this year because they're very good. Okay. And they are together in real life and have a baby.
You need to watch season 2 of Bloodline because it's the same but completely different from season 1. So good. And my buddy Norb, love him to pieces. And you don't watch Mercy Street, but he's on Mercy Street.
I do watch Mercy Street.
You finished it?
We had this whole conversation, and I'm sure it's on another video, that
I thought you didn't like Mercy Street and stopped watching it.
No, we watched the whole thing. John didn't like it. I liked it, but I liked it in the way that you like things because you can make fun of them.
Well, that's kind of precious. And when he and the nurse are all...
That's British Mayim Bialik.
Norbert Leo Butz. I mean, really, just give this man an Oscar, an Emmy, a... what are the Broadway? The Tony. Give him everything.
Here he has 2 Tonys.
2 Tonys.
Yeah.
Well, now he needs an Emmy.
No, I agree. I think he's great.
So,
That Mercy Street, yeah, I think that's coming back. I don't know when though.
and I just want to mention a couple that you don't watch. Ray's Ray Donovan, awesome. We're done. We're finished with that. We're caught up and finished. It's a fantastic show. John Boyd is like ridiculous. Didn't Liv Schreiber win?
I don't think so.
Who won the Emmy for Best Actor this year? I thought it was Liv Schreiber.
I don't remember.
All right. Anyway, we don't do enough research. Hey, man, she just told me at like 6 o'clock we were doing this video. So, what else do I watch? You don't watch. Tracey, you've got to watch Walking Dead. Walking Dead comes back next weekend, and I am on the edge of my seat. It's called Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So I think that's it.
Difficulty. Yes, I think that's it too. I have you big now, and I'm trying not to look at myself on the screen. Yeah, that's it. So, we'll check in. Like, again, we're like trying to keep, Carol, because we never did this, figure out who won the Mark Me contest.
Oh, God.
I counted all of the comments on the blog. So we just need to count the comments on the YouTube and then figure something out. But we'll figure it out. Mark me. I wonder if Mark me will be back next season. It'll be so great.
Oh.
He might be. You never know. I mean, I don't even think it's a spoiler because it's all over the internet to say that the Battle of Culloden is like the opening of the season. So
yeah, so maybe he's there. Maybe we're gonna see him there, running away like a little girl.
Saying, Mock me. I'm afraid.
Mock me, James. Mock me. Mock me.
Mock me. Mock me.
Here.
What?
All right, just have to say one thing. Thinking of him saying, mock me, the thing we made, mock me, is the thing somebody made of Donald Trump saying China. It's a YouTube video that goes on for like 2 minutes of him at different speeches saying, China. Really
I meant to do the full on Mark Me, and I just haven't had time yet, but I'll like with all 16 of them, 16. So, all right, so we'll do that, and we'll be back, with some other stuff. We got some other stuff working, like I said, the whole podcasting for dummies. Like, as soon as we figure out how to actually do it, how to actually have a podcast.
Tracey, you're giving away our secrets.
Well, that's true. No, so I shan't do that, but like, we really do want to like try to do something a little more fun or a little more regular or whatever. So we're working on it. Yeah.
We just need like another 24 hours in every day, and then it would be a lot easier.
Or no jobs and
not completely day and night schedule.
Yes.
So, all right, all.
Okay, so I guess that's it, and we will see you later.